You know what time it is. It's time to watch the Blue Devils 2023 production, The Cutouts. Welcome back to Funliner Reacts. We are here and we are going to take a look at the winner of the 2023 DCI season. Obviously, we marched the Blue Devils, repping my Ghostlight shirt. Alan's got the Blue Devils jacket on.
What's going on?
So we're big fans of all the shows this year, actually. And
yes.
But yeah, we just want to take a deep dive into this show. We're going to watch the entire thing, give our comments on it. Let's talk a little bit though about what the show's about, because we get a lot of comments that are saying, "Oh, BD doesn't have a, there's no story, there's no, theme. It's just clean execution, and that's how they win." But let's talk a little bit about the show. So if you didn't know, basically the show is about the artist Matisse, and it's about the later part of his life as he was deteriorating and he physically could not do the art that he used to, and so he had to figure out a new way to create art. And the main thing that he used was scissors, and he used these scissors to cut out different shapes and to create this art that would be these cutouts of different colors, vibrant different colors that would contrast, and he put that into a piece of art. And it's like an entirely new art style at the time, and it led to like pop art and all these kind of things. But the musical selections kind of allude to this contrast between all these different colors, these different cutouts, the different pops of different sounds, different visuals.
And yeah, certain things on the show are very obviously like Matisse, just the props in general. They actually come to form the snail, which is a very famous Matisse painting. But there are other aspects of the show, like the choreography when they're like in a 2D shape, or even just the uniform are cutouts of different Blue Devil shows, like from 2019, from 2017, even just from last year. If you go and dive deeper in that uniform, you'll actually see that there's little pieces of different years. So that's pretty cool.
But yeah, I mean, this show has a lot of depth to it, and yes, like you said earlier, it's more abstract. So if that doesn't really resonate with you, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's totally fine. If this is not a show that resonates with you, that's okay. But there is a lot there. Like, it is a very, very complex show, and so that we just want to point that out. So if you're interested in learning more, I highly suggest you go watch the video. I'll put it in the description below, and that will tell you all about what this show's about better than we can.
Yeah.
So yeah. But anyways, let's just go ahead and jump into the Blue Devils 21st championship show. It's cool to say that. And let's watch the cutouts. All right, here we go.
Just saying, we started the three-peat. We were the first ones, like the first of the three. So it's just a layup,
I guess we got a three-peat too.
Yeah, I mean, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
All right, let's just watch it. Here we go.
Is your core ready?
Corey.
Shout out Corey. We marched with Corey.
We did.
6-year vet. Crazy.
Insane.
He was in the mellow line back at that time.
Mm-hmm. He was always such a great marcher, too.
Performing their 2023 program, The Cutouts. Drum Corps International is proud to present the Blue Devils.
I love the handstand on the 40-yard line on the right side in the very front. His feet slowly move. Yeah. It's so cool.
He's making that shape too.
Yes, that two-dimensional shape.
Sammy.
Every time.
Killed
Sammy.
it.
This guard.
We marched with Sammy as well. Yeah.
Yes, we did. This guard is just on another level, guys.
Yes. Great. This guy is so good. He was so nails all summer.
Yes.
Really, really great tone. Great way to start out the show.
And this aggressive opening from the front ensemble is so freaking cool. Michael and Mario, the guitar player and the drum set player, are the best in the activity, period.
Yes. Best drummer in DCI, best guitar player in DCI, easy.
The feet in this opening section are so hard. Like, they're not even looking at the drum major.
Dude,
that's insane.
The demand.
Oh, and look at the form control.
The power. It's so powerful. Crazy.
Oh, look how it locks in. Oh, the mellow line there, too, is so hard.
All right, I just got to pause right here because, all those people that are saying, like, the Blue Devils don't march and play, they don't march hard drill forms, it's just scatters. Look at this form. This is such a difficult form to make, and they were running before this. They were running before this while they're playing, like triple time, like something like that. And this form is really, really hard. These curvilinear forms are very, very hard to clean, and they're reshaping, reforming all of it. So just like pay attention, look at these forms, because these are really, really difficult things, and they get credit for it. They really, really get credit for it. But this is very, very cool and very, very difficult. Let's keep watching.
Okay, cool.
No. Yeah, go ahead.
So, I mean, it's important to note that Blue Devils, we don't do like dots. We do staging. We do like we're all just trained to really to stretch our eyes and look into a form. So that's why we're able to do like these really weird spacing and form analysis like this, and the shapes are just really hard to replicate on like a paper sheet, and that's because it's all staged.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's keep going.
It's so dense. That's so strong.
Crazy.
Oh my god. Oh, that motif.
That's a very, very, very difficult snare.
Yes.
Like, that's a very, very difficult chunk.
They're spread here too.
Just the musical selection. It's such an interesting piece, and they play it so well stylistically.
Yeah.
Like, just the matching of the articulations, everything, the lengths of the notes with the new style change. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's what Blue Devils are best at, is just changing styles from piece to piece. Feet are tough here. Setting the style from the low brass and then going to the high brass. Oh my god, dude.
That's pretty damn good.
Yes.
That's pretty damn good. And like, I love how, the Blue Devils they love adding that lead trumpet, that one lead trumpet, playing the line up an octave at the very end. Super, super cool and very, very well done.
Yeah. So part of that is the reason why they got first in content. They got third achievement, but the demand of what Blue Devils like book is in terms of their brass is always so insane, like extending into these high registers and these really dense harmonic language, and it's amazing how they pull it off.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's keep going.
Oh, look at the form too.
Dude, those notes are blaring in the back. That is loud.
The leads. Come on.
Just the range in the trumpets.
See how dense the harmony is?
The rifles, all the way through
guard.
the entire horn line. So sick. That's my favorite part of the show. Just having all those rifles intermixed.
Hey. Come on, Mario. The iconic hair flip.
Yes.
God, the guard. Look how interesting this drill is. The back row.
Ooh, a little bit. Hold on to that triplet feature right at the end. Come on, mellows. They're so powerful.
Yes,
Jesus.
The mellows killed it this year. And look, he's playing that note on the move.
Yeah, go off guard. So sick.
The Blue Devil sound always has like just this burning sensation. Like it pierces through. Like Crown is so, they have such a rich sound, but Blue Devils have this sheen, this sparkle that just cuts through you. And it's really interesting to see how different horn lines approach playing, but I absolutely adore the energy from this horn line. It's just so awesome.
Yeah, and I will note also, like, part of that sheen is just the density of these chords.
Yeah.
Like like that last chord, like, had to have like 2 or 3 extensions on top. It's like a 5 or 6 note chord.
Yeah.
And to tune that and to lock that in, especially in the upper register,
hard.
that is very difficult. And Blue Devils does that very well, playing all these really, really dense chords.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's keep watching.
Oh, that
Dude, that
squish.
form, crazy. That is
And
so dense.
I also love how the music matches the drill and the snare here. Like they poke out of the texture.
Wow, that was a clean roll at the end there.
I love how they clean the palette for the percussion too, so you can hear them.
Yeah.
Super
And like
exposing.
narration, people are like iffy about narration, but I love this kind of narration. It's very abstract. It's not like you're trying to listen to the words. Like it adds it's a musical instrument, the narration.
Yeah.
Dude, this choreography too.
Yes.
Right
so,
here next to the 50.
Yeah, so the horn line members and the color guard members are meshing together to do the same choreography. So you can't hide horn line members.
Dude, the double, the diddles on the shots are crazy.
So cool. And see, look
Great
how they're
moment.
flowing all together. Oh,
Yeah, dude, and that whole battery feature is insane. It's really, really difficult. Like that's a really hard battery feature, and honestly, like I'm surprised they didn't water it down more to get it a little cleaner because it's not like super clean. It's very close, but it definitely didn't like completely lock in. And
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't win drums, and I think that that makes sense because that was a really, really hard feature, but is really, really cool. And I think it's one of my favorite like drum features from the Blue Devils ever.
the writing's
Like,
so
go-
progressive. It's like never
Yes.
done on that field. Like,
Yes. Yeah, just the dynamic contrast between these big open diddles back to these small diddles on the guts, and then the shots and the double shots.
Yeah.
Like it's really, really sick. So yeah, I really like this feature, but let's go ahead and keep watching.
I love the matching of the facial expressions. Everyone is just there's no overperforming in the Blue Devils. It's
Yes.
always so distinguished. Not distinguished.
This pit too.
Composed.
Yeah. This pit is so good, man. Just creating this new palette here.
Yeah. Blue Devils do transitions so well. Opening to the flugel. And Alex killed it. The flugel player every time. Just amazing sound.
Yeah.
The cymbals and the drum set. Come on, guard.
Yes, guard.
And then you finally get the theme of the ballad.
Yes. That's a hard ya-da-da-da. Like that was a hard thing to play all season. And I feel like they finally got it. Yes, this choreography with this upper brass here with the guard just mixing in, just so cool.
This pit writing, I love that. The keyboards are amazing.
Good matching of the shape of the body and the spine, the C
look at the
shape and the
feet.
spine too.
Oh, that technique is so. It matches from every person. Like if you just space out and look
Yes.
at all the legs.
Woo! The feet look so good there.
Yes.
Oh, this flag feature is amazing too.
Such a romantic ballad. Oh, that diminuendo, got to control that diminuendo there. Patrick with a double C. It's insane. Oh, the flag feature, man. It's so beautiful. Oh, the feet there, bro. Oh my god.
Dude, honestly, I just had to sit back and just enjoy that because
Yeah.
that was, man. And I remember being there, like, you know, I was on the field, like, just right down in the front, and man, that was powerful. Like,
It's emotional.
and obviously it hits us harder as Budolas, but just to see these, you know, our core do this and be so amazing, it's just, it's so good. It's so good. And I just want to back up really quick and look at this freaking halt. Look at this freaking halt. Watch this. Are you kidding me?
The way the capes
Just
move.
Oh my god, just the articulation of the toe, the timing of the halt with the foot coming in, and then the wave of the cape. It's insane.
It's professional.
Anyways, yeah, I mean, it's an incredible moment. Definitely not something new for the Blue Devils, I will say. Like, having the ballad just be like a munge of brass on side 2 and then the guard feature on side 1 with the flags, like that. I mean, BD has done that before.
It's very much a blueprint for BD, you know.
So when people say like, oh, they do the same thing, okay, yeah, they kind of do in that regard. Like, I gotta agree, but it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's amazing every time.
Beautiful.
So can't really say. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's just keep watching.
Oh, that feeling. How small a thought it takes to fill a whole world. And there's
Just,
that 2D.
The manipulation of that sample too, like the sound palette is so interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it's innovative. Like, people say like, oh, it's so good. Just this whole texture. You don't hear this anywhere else in drum corps.
That bass feature's nasty. Come on,
Best
bass.
baseline in DCI. Best baseline in DCI 2023. I'll say that.
Oh, God. that
Really
writing.
cool feature. Dude,
Front ensemble, just always, they don't get enough credit for setting the vibe of a section. Look at that roll catch. Oh,
wow.
my God. Come on, God.
Okay, sorry. I just want to say that whole section, like that front ensemble and battery moment, like just compositionally, like from a whole compositional standpoint,
It's an art
from the
piece.
entire palette of everything, incredible. Like, you don't hear that anywhere else. Like, that was really, really cool.
Oh my
it's
God.
really, really sick. And then on top of that, just the insane playing from the battery, just everything.
Yes.
All right, let's keep going.
And then into a fast swing from Michael.
Yeah.
And then they added this harmon mute solo to bridge you into the incident and jazz section. And it's so perfectly executed.
And all these different styles of music. Like, these are the cutouts, these different cutouts of little, different styles. The contrast.
Tuba feature.
Nice.
Setting up. The mellows coming in right off the bat here. It is hard to swing on a mellophone. Okay. Woo! It's such a jagged.
The development too is so cool. The development of these lines as they join in.
Yeah.
And the jazz running on the side too of the low brass. Come on.
Look how fluid they are too.
Jesus Christ.
A little hairy. Oh, it locked in though. Oh.
Woo!
Ooh. That is so dense. Come on, guys. Oh my, that's so hard
And I
to
love
do.
the horns down. the
Yes.
horns down into a pose, and then the head snap on the count after. Like, so sick. But yeah, okay. I mean, this section is so sick. Like, the jazz, just straight ahead jazz. Like, it's just dark, intense, like dissonant jazz, and I love that. That's like why I love the Blue Devils initially, like back in the 2010 2012 era. Like, that is really cool to see. However, do we need to see the same exact piece of music that we did from the Blue Devils like 10 years ago
when we were growing
up?
up?
It's literally the same. It's almost like the note for note is the same as 2010. Go watch 2010. It's the same exact thing. So, like, man, when people criticize BD for like doing the same thing, like, there's a lot of things I disagree with, but this is an example where it's like, yeah, it's the same piece of music. Like, we don't need to hear the same piece of music. Do they do it incredibly well? Yes, absolutely. But there's so much like music out there. It's like infinite music. And like,
jazz repertoire is very rich. So
yeah, especially in jazz. And it's like we're doing the same exact thing. So, I mean, maybe the designers had a specific reason why they wanted to play the same exact piece as they did before. And maybe it's a callback. But I don't know. I just think like I would love to see another piece of jazz that's just as cool, that's different. But yeah.
They worked really hard to get this to be authentic. Like a really good, authentic swing, straight ahead jazz. And we were actually in the lot while they were like just warming up for the show. And it was Alex Blue and Chip they're bringing them in and having them sing this and try and get that style and that inflection. Because swinging is hard enough with like just a small jazz band, but then add 80 horn line members and to like match style from player to player is extremely difficult to do. And
then match timing with the front ensemble. Like, your drummer is like 20 yards in front of you, and you have to play ahead of them and match the style.
It's insane.
Like, there's a lot of difficulty there. There's a lot of demand there. But yeah, overall, I mean, I love seeing it still. I'm a BD nerd, so I love seeing it, you know, in general. But, you know, maybe it could have done another piece. I don't know. But let's just keep watching. Here we go.
The percussion judge staring at Michael like, oh, this rotate. I love the back of the uniform gets exposed and you can see all the colors and the cutouts there. Woo!
Nice from the tenors.
This quartet moment is solid.
I love this quartet. Yeah, they're locked. They sound great. Yeah, Sammy.
Look at these.
Dude, they are straight up running around in circles. Like,
and they have a hit switch too.
The form control and the interval control, like all of it.
Look at those rotations. Oh, no.
And there's the shape. That's the shape from one of Matisse's paintings. It's like a bomb.
The
like
way
this,
that locked in.
Jagged shape.
And it locks in again.
The snail.
Oh my god. Look at that shape.
Dude, this flag feature.
Bro. Come on. Oh my.
Under the direction of Pat Seidling from Concord, California, the Blue Devils.
And then it finally reveals the snail, the famous painting. Just like that, those last moments are just from an execution standpoint so flawless that it's like you can't even believe your eyes how clean it is, and it gets you so. I mean, I got so excited just from seeing that because do you know how hard that is to do? And that's like the goal, like all summer, is to hopefully one day when you go back as a member and watch your show, you want to see all that hard work pay off and see all those forms just like like perfectly aligned together, and then you're like, oh yeah, we hit that finally. We finally hit that. And there were some rough moments along the season of that really hard drill for Blue Devils, just trying to lock that in. And like Everett and I and Malik were looking like, oh, it could be better, and to see it lock on finals like that is such a treat. And like, you guys should be so proud, whoever you guys that March Blue Devils show that year. It was just amazing. We loved watching that. So
yeah. And okay, right, like, is this show perfect? No. There's some like flaws in the show, and we had a lot to say, a lot of good things to say about the show because we love the Blue Devils, and like that's just like the core that we marched. But this show was a very, very, very good show, and it should have won, I think. And and the scores all made sense to me. Like, even the guard score, the brass score going to Carolina Crown, that made sense to me too.
Yes.
But this show is just, it's a great show. It's a very well executed show. And look, okay, I said this in a past video, but I made this YouTube channel back in 2020, like during the pandemic. And since the creation of this YouTube channel, the Blue Devils has not lost a single show. Yeah. They haven't lost.
I think I read it's been like 1,500 days, and it was our fault too. In 2019, we lost.
The last time the Blue Devils lost, we were on the field. We were on the field with the Blue Devils. We were marching that show when we lost. And so, like, I say this because we can come across surely as like some Blue Devil alumni who are just like fighting all the haters and trying to like justify the Blue Devils winning all the time. But we are fans of drum corps, and we are honestly looking forward for a year where another drum corps comes in and has an absolutely like undeniably phenomenal show that we can root for. It just so happens that the last 2 years, I think the Blue Devils had the best show. I think they did. I think to me that is what the situation was.
Yeah.
Are the Blue Devils going to win a 4th year in a row? No, I don't think so. Like, I just think the likelihood is so low. I think it's a time for another corps to come in, and so next year I'm like excited to root for another drum corps. And I just don't want you guys to think like, oh, we want BD to win. We just think that they were the winners. Like, and we love this activity, and we love good drum corps, and there was a lot of great drum corps this year. But yeah, I just want to make that point that like we are excited to see another corps come in and win. We're excited to root for another corps,
absolutely,
and to all season cheer on another group.
It's going to be cool to see how Blue Devils reacts to winning a three-peat, because this is their first time. I know they win often, but Blue Devils have never won 3 championships in a row. So coming off of this season to see what they do from a design standpoint, because we've made criticisms about this model, this blueprint of Blue Devils is sort of we've seen at least the baseline before. But I'm excited to see hopefully Blue Devils experiment with their design, maybe do something like just much different than they've done before. And honestly, they've done this model in the past before. They win and they do a really interesting show that may not be as successful, but it's certainly more experimental. It's helping the design grow. Like I think of Rewrite of Spring, like that show birthed Fellini-esque, and so it'll be really cool to see what Blue Devils does from a design standpoint next year.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, congratulations to the Blue Devils. If you're watching this and you marched that show, you're on staff, whatever, like, you guys, we can't say enough. It was incredible, and it was really, really cool to see throughout the entire season of how this show developed and how incredible it was. So yeah, let us know, what do you guys think? I know there's a lot of hot takes. Leave them in the comments. What do you think about this show? Do you like it? Do you not? Do you hate it? Leave it in the comments, and let us know what you want to see next, because more reaction videos coming soon.
Absolutely.
But thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate all of you. We are almost at 25,000 subscribers, so make sure if you aren't subscribed to hit that subscribe button. And join the fam. So thank you guys. Appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
Peace.